Tell me in the chat. All right. Bethany and Ashley, can you guys see the waiting room or is that just me?
I can see it.
You can? Okay, perfect. So can you let people in then? I made you both co-host. Yay, Bridgeport, West Virginia. You're so close to me. Wyoming, Trinidad. Wow. Tennessee, Texas, Oregon, North Carolina. There's so many. Welcome. If you are new here and don't know me, my name is Jess. I live in West Virginia. I have been using digital products for 15 months. I want to give you a little bit about me. My friend Bethany and Ashley, we're going to talk. We all over the country, different walks of life. And we met on social media, and now we're moms and friends that make money online. I have worked the same job for 17 years, punched a time clock. Somebody dictated when I could get up and go to the restroom. If that's you, if you've ever had a job like that, put me in the comments. I had to call somebody on the phone and say, hey, can you watch my post while I go? Can you answer the phone while I go to the bathroom? Or can I take a lunch? That's been my entire life. And when COVID hit, I got to come home, but I still worked. I still worked from home. And sorry, I got to put people in the waiting room. Okay. While I talk, and sometimes I can't do two things, and I definitely can't talk without my hands. So sorry in advance. So how many years? 17 years. I worked for somebody else, punched a time clock. I came to digital marketing wanting to pay my mortgage. I thought if I could just pay my mortgage with money I made online, I would be so happy. And before I came to digital marketing, I sold weight loss products. If you've ever sold a product, tell me in the comments what product you sold. I sold Pampered Chef. Do you remember when you would make taco rings and you'd have a house full of people and you would make your aunts and your cousins taco rings? Yep, that's me. And I did makeup, Mary Kay. I put makeup on little old ladies for my entire life. That's all I've ever done. Unique, Pampered Chef, all of it, right? Nails, fingernails. And I just thought that was it. I thought that's all there was to it. And I started researching digital marketing around when the pandemic came. And I thought, you know what? I can't do that. I can't sell that. I don't have any followers. I don't know anything about TikTok. I'm not going to dance on social media. Put a one in the comments if you thought TikTok was a dancing app, because I did. I searched digital marketing. I searched master resale rights. I was in a hamster wheel of confusion. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody would explain to me how to make money online. They were just click my link, just click my link, just click my link. And here I was buying these courses. I had no help. I didn't understand what I was doing. And I would see these people that had like white furniture and, it all matched and it looked perfect. I say it on every single one of my videos, but I live in a double wide trailer. I love my double wide trailer. And it's cheap, it's easy to clean, and I don't need big, fancy, shiny things. But I didn't think people like me could make money online. If you've ever had that thought, put a one in the comments. Like, I can't do it. I can't make money online. So I was just, spinning my wheels trying to figure out how to make money online. And in the meantime, on my Facebook, I was putting half naked women's in bikinis that had lost 5 pounds because they took my weight loss product. And I thought, man, I'm making $7 off of a sale. I'm really doing good. That's all I've ever known. So digital marketing was a big, giant building that I couldn't wrap my head around. I couldn't understand it. They wouldn't let me in the door, and I just couldn't figure out how to get there. Right? I see these fancy people making money saying, I make 5K, I make 10K, I make 20K a month, but I couldn't get there, right? I couldn't understand how you resell another digital product. If you've ever had that thoughts, put me in the comments. Digital marketing now is where you purchase a class, you purchase a course that's done for you, and then you get to resell it to other people. And it is popular and it is absolutely life-changing. But the problem that I continue to find is nobody would help me. I spent thousands of dollars in a span of 8 months, and I kept buying these big creators because I bought their personality, and all they wanted from me was my money. And then when I gave it to them, I got nothing afterwards. I got no care. I got no aftercare. So digital marketing gives you the rights to resell other people's products. So Ashley does this all the time. I'm going to beat her to it. In the comments, you're either a 1 or a 2. You're a 1 if you have a product, but you don't know how to market it. Maybe you're trying to sell something. Nobody's visiting your website. You're hearing crickets, and you need to know how to market a product you already have. Gail, Natha, Linda, if you have a product, tell me what it is. If you're a 1, you have a product, you want to learn how to push it and be huge on social media. Or you're a 2, you don't have no product. You just need to make money online. I'm a 2. I thought, yep, I'm going to sell my weight loss products and become a millionaire. There's no way you can sell somebody else's product at a 10% commission and be a millionaire. There's just no way. I needed a way to make money online. I didn't have a product. I'm not creative. I'm not crafty. I can't make websites. Bethany's going to share with us how she makes ebooks. It's amazing. They're good. Her stuff's all put together. My stuff never looks like that. And we'll all talk about that. If you've seen my social media, it is a mess all over the place. And I average 5 figures a month. I'm not fancy. I haven't changed a whole lot of anything. I just started wearing pink like 2 months ago. Other than that, most of the time I'm all over the place. When you purchase a digital marketing program, you get the resale rights to resell it to other people. And sometimes people help you. Sometimes they have the website already done for you. And sometimes there's training every day. The Legacy Builder program is a digital class. If you have a college degree, tell me what degree you have in the comments. Went to college, have a degree, know what it is. I purchased a class 15 months ago that has a daily video, that has Zooms 4 to 5 days a week, that gave me a website. I make 5 figures a month on a website. I didn't even create. I'm going to get loud about it because I get excited. I can't make no website. 5 figures a month on a website I didn't create. Zooms every day, videos every day, and I purchased it one time. I don't have to pay a monthly fee. I hate monthly fees. You guys hate monthly fees? Like Netflix. What else we got? What else you pay a monthly? Netflix. I always think of Netflix. Hulu, Disney Plus, all the things that you have as a monthly fee. The Legacy Builder program is a one-time, my dog, see, she wants to say hi, one-time monthly fee. You get daily videos, Zooms 5 days a week. They tell you how to make a video, what to do in your content, what to say. Plus you have us, and we can spout out a video in like 3 seconds and tell you how to attract yourself so people come to you so they want to buy what we have that we gave you, and you don't have to pay a monthly fee for that. So right now, if you searched on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, how to do digital marketing, how to start digital marketing, you would get at least 500. Don't you guys think? At least 500 different things, maybe more, probably more. For me, after buying so many things and then being here every month for 15 months, making 5 figures for almost a year now, I'm certain that what sets Legacy Builder and the digital growth community apart is that there are other people that daily tell you what to do. They have the recipe, they're telling you how to make money, they're telling you what they did, like an actionable step. They hold you accountable. You got people to tell you, you got people pouring into you every day telling you what to do. Plus, Bethany and Ashley and I offer private coaching, private mentoring, private communities for the people that come and do this with us, because we don't want you left out here in the cold by yourself. So I'm not going to keep you all night. I know it's Thursday. Some of us have to work in the morning. Ashley's going to talk a little. Bethany's going to talk. I welcome your questions. We are going to answer them, or you can save them for the end and come off mute. But Ashley's going to tell us a little bit about herself too.
Hi guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love these calls. So these are really fun, and we started doing these just because we want to give you guys like a real vision of the type of people that can be successful in this. And that was something that was really important to me when I started. I wanted to see that I didn't have to fit any certain mold, right? Like I'm not that perfectly put together influencer. Jess talked about that a little bit, but it's so true. And in order for me to see and get like the hope and the belief that someone like me could be successful with something like this, right? Like I'm a hot mess mama. I'm a stressy mama, right? I'm just like Jess. I'm sitting here in my double wide. I got a mountain of laundry behind me. You go look at my content. I got yogurt on my shirt. I got a baby on my hip. I got noise and toys in the background. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that people in all different walks of life could be successful doing this before I even tried to put my time, my effort, and my energy into something. So I had been in healthcare for 15 years. I was a CNA. I worked all the way up until I got my nursing license, and I loved it. It was super rewarding, but then I had my first kid, and it pulled me away so much from my family. I missed the first steps. I missed so many important moments. I missed the first 4 Christmases of my 5-year-old daughter's life. Fast forward, I now have 3 kiddos. After I had baby number 3, the postpartum anxiety was high. The stress was high. That financial stress, the financial depression, the anxiety, it was high, but I truly didn't know that there was another way. kind of the last straw for me was after my son was born, he needed a medical procedure done that insurance didn't cover, and I didn't have the money. We just did not have an emergency fund. At the same time as his medical procedure, I needed to renew my nursing license, and this sounds ridiculous, but my pigs got pneumonia and had to spend a bunch of money to take care of them. So all three things at once, and we didn't have the money. So I had to like swallow my pride and ask my mom to borrow money, and it sucked. But right then and there, I swear like this was my rock bottom. I was this close to rock bottom, and I vowed like I am never going to put myself in this position again because my kids deserve to be taken care of. Like I brought them into this. I'm going to take care of them, and I'm going to give them the version of me that they deserve. Like a present, hands-on, not that stressy mama, right? I was going to work. I was working these crazy 12-hour shifts, coming home, snapping at my kids because I was burnt out. I was exhausted. And I was giving my family my sloppy seconds. I was picking up night shifts. So my husband would be getting off at 5 p.m. I'd be going to work, clocking in at 6 p.m. We would literally pull over on the side of the road, passing each other, give each other a hug and a kiss, pass off kids and be like, all right, your turn. Good luck. See you in another 12 hours. And that's not the way, you guys, but that's that American dream, right? So one day, I saw somebody on Facebook. This was amongst me being in the trenches, right? Like working my butt off and not getting ahead. And I saw somebody on Facebook, and she said, just made $5,000 while out of the country on vacation with my husband. And I instantly got jealous. I didn't like feeling that way, but I'm being honest, right? Like, I got jealous. I was upset. And I thought, what would you guys think? Like, drop it in the comments. I'm hoping I'm not alone on this, but what would you think if you saw that? Here I am, busting my butt, doing crazy shifts, tons of overtime. I haven't slept in like a week. And I thought, must be nice. That was my thought, right? And so often, right, we see stuff on social media and we're like, oh, they just got a new car. Must be nice. Look, they just got their nails done. They're on vacation, out to dinner. Must be nice. And instead of deciding that's what I wanted to do is continue to look at the things that I wanted and think it must be nice. I was like, I'm sure it is nice. And let me tell you guys something. I've been doing this for a year and a half. I've made $128,000. I quit my job. My husband's actually laid off this month. My side gig is covering all of it, right? And it is nice. It is nice. And every single one of us, every single one of you deserves it. That time in the morning with your kids. I just wanted to make pancakes for my kids. I just wanted to pick my kids up after school. And I know that sounds like such a minor thing to a lot of people, but when you're missing out on those moments and you don't get to be the one to be there to hear about your kids' day after school, it's heavy. It's a heavy feeling. So I knew that I needed to do something different. So I reached out and I said, all right, fill me in. What are you doing? And she said, digital marketing. And I said, nope, that's not for me. I said, there's no way. That sounds techie. That sounds time consuming. Drop it in the comments, you guys. When you hear the words digital marketing, when you see us sitting here and we're telling you we do digital marketing, what do you think? What do you hear when we say that? I heard that sounds like you need to be glued to a computer all day. I heard that sounds like you need to be this perfectly cute, put together influencer. And I thought that's not for me. And I was so wrong, you guys. So I was like, all right, let me look at it. If it's working for her, she's got 3 kids, I've got 3 kids. Her husband's in the military, my husband was in the military. She has a failing boutique, I have a failing boutique. She sold the mascara, I sold the mascara. If it's working for her, why can't it work for me? Right? So I'm like, all right, let me check it out. Let me check out the info. You guys, I'm gonna be the first to admit I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Like, you do not have to be good at tech. You do not have to be stuck in your office. It is so simple, you guys. If you can be coachable and you can be consistent, those are the 2 biggest things that we drill in because it is really important. So digital marketing is, I'm gonna take a second here and uncomplicate this because I was one that really, really complicated this in my own head. Digital marketing is simply marketing digitally. Okay. Super simple, right? And we all do that. Do you guys know how much you just before I hopped on here, somebody shared a picture of her dinner and was like, this recipe was so good. And I was like, oh my gosh, please share. Do you know what she just did? She just marketed a link to Pinterest for that recipe, right? Or how many times have we gone to a new restaurant or seen a new movie or read a book or anything, right? And somebody's like, what did you think of it? Or you've been like, this restaurant was so good. If you go there, you have to order this drink, this burger. Like, seriously, right? We do that all the time, but we don't make money off of it. So in this instance, like Jess said, right, there's the two types of people. You either have a product or you don't. This teaches you how to successfully create content, how to market, and how to promote either your product or these products. And if you don't have a product, I highly recommend you seriously take the time to consider digital products, because if you value your time at all, this is going to give you the most potential return on your time. You don't have to pack things, you don't have to ship things, you don't have to worry about inventory, and there's no overhead. So like I had a boutique and maybe I would have sold this for 40 bucks, right? But I had to pay 20 bucks for it initially at wholesale. And then I had to pay to pack it, I had to pay to ship it, I had to take my time to run the ads, to update my website, and it by the end of it I was profiting maybe 5 bucks. Right? So digital products, what we do with this, if you choose to sell this product, you purchase it one time. And then you get what's called the master resale rights, which means you can sell that over and over and over again and never have to repurchase it, never worry about it running out of inventory or anything like that. Okay. So to me, it is like the definition of working smarter, not harder, especially when it literally comes with the strategy for how to successfully sell that product or any product. I have had people that have purchased this from me, this program, that have zero intention of ever reselling the program. I've had a thrift store, I've had a cleaning business, I've had multiple different realtors, I've had a massage therapist, an esthetician. I had somebody that did Scentsy. And actually, she was like one of my first 5 sales. And she's like, so can this teach me how to create better content? And absolutely, you guys. And that's one of the things that we teach, me, Jess, and Bethany, especially. But in this program, especially, I think compared to a lot of the other programs out there, is we teach you how to get your content in front of your perfect audience. Because you could have a perfect product, you could make perfect content, but if you don't know how to get it in front of your perfect audience, you're wasting your time. And that's what we want to see. We don't want to see. We want to see you getting it in front of your perfect audience. So it's really, really like, a lot of times for me especially, I didn't want to feel like that greasy car salesman anymore. Anyone else, right? When I was in the MLMs, my upline, right, the way that they taught me to sell things was you have to slide into people's DMs. And legit, like they wanted me to slide into 20 people a day and say, hey girl, I'm so close to my goal. Hey girl, will you host a party? All of these things that to me felt really unauthentic. Okay, so I told you before, I've made $128,000 doing this. Every dime of that has been attraction marketing. And what I mean by that is I create the content and that's it. I wait for the people to come to me and ask me for information. I have never once slid into anybody's DMs because that's not what we teach. That's not the style of legacy, right? And to me, that was like a breath of fresh air because I was so stinking tired of that. And Jess said, Bethany, I'm really excited that Bethany's going to chat about this because Bethany's going to chat about 2 really fun pieces. Number one, she's going to give us a little bit of a glimpse. I'm hoping she'll share a little glimpse with us about the devotional that she's working on, because the skills that she's learned from this, not only has she done amazing things for her family, but she's able to use the same skills that she's learned for her own products that she's creating. But she's also going to touch on the automations, you guys. Like I said, my husband is laid off this week. In the last 2 days, I've made enough money to cover our rent, my car payment, and our car insurance, right? And I've done that. Like those sales have come in while I'm sitting there eating a sandwich. I had $900 come in. Last night in my sleep, I woke up this morning, my baby woke me up at 6 a.m. I checked my phone and I made $300 in my sleep. So the other part that Bethany's going to chat about with us is the automations. I didn't even know what that word meant. I'm super curious. You guys in the comments, drop me the word yes if you know what automations mean, and drop me the word not yet if you don't know, okay? Because I had no idea, but now that I have them, it's literally like what is the key to our freedom, like our time freedom, the freedom that gives us the ability to live our life on our terms and still have that money coming in, which is super important. So I'm going to flip it over to Bethany, and thank you guys all for coming. I'm super excited.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in tonight. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us, an hour of it with us. So my name is Bethany. I am a stay-at-home mom of four. I have been for 11 years. If you can't read my shirt, it says motherhood is my ministry. That is literally my life, okay? My world revolves around those four kids. They're from 3 to 11. And where I was at a year ago, I've been here a little bit over a year. And for those of you that are on here watching Jess and you say, I watch Jess and I see her do it and I wonder if I can do it, I was me a year ago. Okay. I scrolled across her. I saw that she was doing it, wondered if I could do it. And I'm here. I've made a full time income in the last year, just as much as my husband had his full time job. But why did I start? Being a stay at home mom is amazing. Okay. I love it. But you don't get paid for taking care of your kids. You just save your family a little bit of money, not paying for daycare. And where we were at was we live on a farm in Missouri, and inflation took a humongous hit on our farm. Then we had 2 years of a drought, and that just drained us the rest of the way. And we sold off 80 acres of our farm. And at that moment, I was sitting there, a stay at home mom that had hustled on the side for 11 years, doing a little craft business out of my house. I had the Cricut, I crocheted, I sewed, I did all the things, I did the craft shows. And I would spend months preparing for these craft shows and go and come home and barely cover my booth fee. It was exhausting. And I spent so much of my time away from my kids or glued to these projects that I would bring back home and didn't have the space for. Then I would clean for people, I would babysit. I've done the MLMs. My husband would work a full time factory job, 8 hours, 12 hours, days, nights, all over the place. And he would still go do stuff on the side. He would power wash and he would go mow yards. And we were both just plumb exhausted trying to make it so I could be home with our babies. And because in all reality, if anybody else is a stay at home mom or knows a stay at home mom, you know that if you go get a job sometimes you're doing good if you can barely cover daycare for all those kids and come home with a little bit in your pocket. That wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to go trade all my time and pay somebody else to raise my kids. So that was what pushed me. We sold off those 80 acres and I said, wow, you got to quit watching all these people online talking about making money and you have to go figure it out for yourself. I had Googled, I had YouTubed, I had done all the things trying to figure it out, but you know where I ended up? Mega overwhelmed. Okay. So much information flowing in from me from all these different people, and I had no idea how to implement it. The second thing was I was super alone. I didn't have any help. Like Jess said, this community, y'all, unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. I was alone. And the last thing, unfortunately, was I didn't have any confidence in myself. So I had all this information. I was alone and I didn't believe that I could do it. So that was the point that I realized I needed help. I needed somebody that was actually going to talk to me, somebody that was actually going to teach me, somebody who had been there, done that, and was going to teach me how to do it. Stay at home mom, but not tech savvy at all. It's okay. Neither was I. Okay. When I saw this, the thing I automatically thought was, I need some big fancy tech degree. I need to know how to make a website and all that. I didn't. I have a 2-year associate's degree that I finished 8 months pregnant with our first son, and I never furthered it. I never used it. Okay, guys. So I don't have any experience in this area. I call this digital marketing for dummies because I really feel like it is. It is like so beginner friendly, step-by-step videos. I always say if you can copy and paste, if you can follow a recipe like Jess is always talking, how many of you have saved a TikTok recipe and made it and it turned out amazing? You can do this. And then you got to know how to create an account with an email and a password, which the majority of you know how to do because you're on social media accounts. Okay. Those are the three main things to set all this up. Okay. Me all the time, right? Oh, love them recipes. So that was where I was. I came here for that reason. And one of the biggest things was time. I save them and I never make them. Was time. I wanted to keep being that stay-at-home mom. I had looked into online jobs. I didn't want to be on my computer for 8 hours a day and my kids in the background. This is 2 hours because of those automations. Okay, I'm going to explain the automations part of this. And that is all of y'all that are on here because of anybody that brought you in here. Okay, you had to put your email and a link in the bio, right? It is our website that has, most of us have our picture on there, and you put your email in. That is an automated system that this program gives us, okay? And we call it our freedom machine because it's allowed me to make sales while I sleep, while I'm standing in line to ride a roller coaster with my son at an amusement park. Could y'all just tell me, how would that feel if you were standing in line to ride a roller coaster with your kids and you get a $900 ding on your phone and it paid for the whole entire family season passes that day? Okay, to go to Silver Dollar City here in Missouri. Like, it was just, I didn't even work that day. It was all focused on family fun. You are part of automations besides ours that you probably don't understand. So let's say you go shopping, you go to the mall, and you go to Bath and Body Works, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, I love it. They're having a sale on their lotions and their lip and their spray and all this stuff. And what do you do when you check out? You check out and they ask you, do you have an email you would like to give us? Okay. And you always give it to them, right? Why? Because you want the information. That's the same reason people come to us. They see us, they want the information, they put their email in. We do not slide into those cold messages like we talked about because we all know that it's uncomfortable to get them. I think it's 100 million times more uncomfortable to send them. We don't do that. People are there because they genuinely want the information. And we, all of us, like to say we love on you guys in our emails, okay? We just give you more and more information so that you feel confident in your decision because we want everybody that starts this to feel comfortable and confident. I'm not saying you won't be scared because I'm pretty sure all of us were kind of scared and skeptical when we started, but we want you to feel confident that you can do this, that you have the time to do it, all right? But that freedom machine, those automations, the way that they work, people get in there, they might decide to buy in 5 minutes. And it's amazing when it happens. We could be on a live, people could scroll across us and go do it immediately. But some people might sit in there for 5 days, like me. I watched Jess, I put my email in, and I sat there for about a week. Every night I would read my email and I would talk to my husband about it, and he would laugh at me because he knew how much of an introvert I was. Okay. But y'all give yourself the time and the grace to come here and learn and grow and get out of your comfort zone. Because there's a saying that I've run with from the very beginning of this: to get something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. I was scared to make videos. I was scared to go live. And a year later, I'm on webinars talking to people. I never dreamed in a million years I'd be here. Okay. But it's given my family a full time income and it's allowed me to stay home with my babies. That is a humongous blessing to me. And that's why I show up, because Jess showed up. She made me believe in myself. She put this opportunity in front of me and it changed my life. It's changed her life. Think about the lives I'm changing. I've got a girl that did this and now she's a stay at home mom. She quit her job to be a full time mama. That's what this is about. All right. Digital marketing is changing lives everywhere. Okay. So those automations allow people to get started whenever. That's how you make sales while you sleep and all that, because they have access to it at any time. So it's always working for you so you don't have to. Okay. The second thing I'm going to talk to you about is how many of you, put me in the comments, if you're like what I kind of talked about a second ago, you're scared to talk, you're scared to show your face. You don't want to do that, right? I always encourage people to get out of their comfort zones, but I understand I have people who have started this faceless because they can't. Maybe because of a health condition or because of something that's happened in their life or their job. All right? We get it. I understand it. We have an entire way. If y'all have been on our websites, you have seen one of the bonuses is how to build your faceless empire. You can learn how to do this completely faceless. There's tons of ways and it will walk you through it. So do not think that you can't do this. We're all just always honest. Faceless can take a little bit longer to see success. Okay. It took me 28 days before I made my first sale, and it took me 6 weeks before I got into profit mode. But if I gave up after 1 month because I only made $50 and I wasn't successful and it didn't work for me, I didn't make 5K like Jess did her first month, I'm no good, right? No, give yourself time. I always tell people give themselves a year to change their lives. Put this time in and give yourself a year, okay? 1 year later, I made a lot more than $50 because I didn't give up. I'm here to help you not give up, all right? I'm here to help you. When you need me, you need any of us, you message us and you say, I need encouragement today, or I need help on this. I'm stuck. I don't know. We're there for you. We never leave you on red and we help you. Okay. The last part of this is this has given me more than I ever expected. I came here, like all of you, needing money, right? We all come here because we're struggling. But I gained two amazing friends. Okay. Jess and Ash are, man, they're godsends. And I'm so thankful for them. Not only that, I've gained that confidence in myself that I didn't have when I started this. I started this and I knew you could do more, but I said I wasn't going to because I didn't believe in myself. And now I'm here a year later and I'm working on my own digital product, which is a devotional. Ashley said show it. She was hoping I would show it. So I'll show y'all. This is just the cover, okay? Where is it at? Can y'all see it? Okay. Fill my cup up 30-day devotional for mamas. Okay. Go chase your dreams. This is going to give you the belief in yourself that you can do whatever you want to. Okay. They give us 200 ideas for digital products. All right. You got a Canva crash course to teach you how to create that on there. And I'm going to be here because I've been here a year and I've done that, and I'm going to help you walk you through it too. Okay. Know that you are capable of so, so much, and that I don't want that to overwhelm you. I can't wait to buy your devotional. You're so sweet. I don't want that to overwhelm you and you think, oh, that's a lot. I don't know about doing that, because it overwhelmed me too. So that's why I just ruled myself out. I always encourage people just to come here if they're just wanting the money, right, to start out. And I might need to be carried. That's okay. um, to just get started, start messy. Okay. We all started messy. I watched my videos from a year ago and I kind of cringe. Okay. Cause I talked slow. My editing was terrible, all the things, but I can also look back on those and be really proud. And I want you guys to be really proud too. So don't give up and just come here, and you're going to grow and get a little bit better every single day. Okay. And like Abigail saying she needs to be carried, y'all, we cannot drive the car for you here. Okay. We get to go ride in the passenger seat with you. I always say, I can't drive it, but I'm gonna say, hey, there's a speed bump that I hit. We need to pass. We need to go around it. Okay. I've been here. I've learned a thing or two. I'm not a pro. Okay. I'm not perfect, but if I can help you go over something that I had a hiccup on, I'm going to help you. And so is everybody else. All right. Because this community, these people, these girls that are in this, okay, this saying, I did not coin it. Somebody else did, and I use it every day. You can't compete with us because we want you to win too. Okay. There's no competition. There's no jealousy. There's no comparison. It is literally everybody is in here to help everybody succeed and win. Okay. That's what I want to be surrounded by. And that's what has changed my life, is being surrounded by people that aren't jealous of me or comparing me and are doing nothing but lifting me up. So that's where I'm going to leave you all tonight. Unless I happen to forget something, girls, you tell me.
So
But
good. I love that. Bethany, your story is so powerful because unlike me, I'm super extroverted. And you guys know that. You see me. Bethany is not. And she's still making this work, but from an introvert's point of view, right? So it's just like you don't have to fit a mold that, and somebody else said this to me the other day, and I can't stop thinking about it, that all your furniture has to match and you have to have this huge following to make money online. And that's what lived in my head. And Bethany is like complete opposite of me. And she watched me and put her automation in. Like, how many days did you watch me before you gave your email?
oh, probably about a few days, probably.
Yeah, and I think she did buy in the middle of the night. So she's one that I can say purchased from me in the middle of the night. She's an hour behind me and I was asleep. So I know Ashley has more to say. Really quick, I want to explain to you that when you purchase a digital course, once you get like your website set up and stuff, you literally make content. You make videos. How many of you spend at least an hour on your day scrolling? Put a 1 in the comments if you do this. I added up the time my husband sits on his phone on the toilet and scrolls, and I'm like, you're wasting half of your life on the toilet scrolling on a reel, and you're watching stuff that's never ever going to mean anything to you. If you're spending an hour, 2 hours, put a 2 in the comments. I used to do the same thing. It's no secret. I love Instagram food videos. I save them. I never make them. I love them. Me and my best friend send hundreds of reels back and forth together, never make the recipes. I found a way to stop randomly scrolling on my phone. Now I make videos or I'm in conversation with you. Charlotte's here. She's already purchased. My time is spent with somebody like her that already purchased and reached out and needs help. And instead of randomly scrolling for hours, like in the car rider line, Ashley talks about how she makes videos waiting to pick her kids up from school. We make videos now instead of randomly scrolling. For me, I couldn't wrap my head around how easy it was. So I want you to think about this. You purchase a community, you purchase a course one time, you get your website set up, which usually takes 2 to 3 hours, and then you make videos. You don't have to make the training videos. You don't have to get on a Zoom and do this like we are. You don't make your website. You, like, if somebody purchases from you, you plug them to a system that's already done for you. And then you help them like we help you, and you literally just go make videos. We make videos, we go live, we do Facebook posts, right? Bethany's been like hitting Pinterest hard. I think that's amazing. I don't know anything about Pinterest. I haven't had time. But to me, there was such a block. Put yes if you agree. How do you like, that's it? You just make videos? That's it? I couldn't understand how people were doing it. You make videos and you educate your audience on what you have. We're giving you a digital product. You get 4 of them. The Legacy Builder program gives you 4 products completely done that you can plug people into. Like Ashley made $300. What was that today? Yesterday? Somebody bought the $300 program from her.
Overnight in my sleep.
In my sleep. I know she has more to say because she came off mute. So let's see what Ashley has to say. And then if you want to put comments in the chat, put them in the chat, or in a minute you can come off mute.
But I just wanted to chat. I was reading something and I totally forgot to touch on this, but Lauren asked, can I do this with kids at home? And 100%. So we all talk about this 2-hour workday, right? It's going to take about 2 hours a day of what we call income earning activities. With that being said, you can put that in life however you want. I got 3 kids, age 1, 4, and 5. I don't have 2 hours of peace and quiet where I can like hear myself think, but I do have like 5 minutes in the school pickup line. I do have 10 minutes to listen to training while I'm washing the dishes in the morning. I got 45 minutes while my son is taking a nap. So I split it up and literally put it around my life. So what that 2 hours is just that, listening to our daily training videos. I love that we get daily videos because it's not overwhelming that way. It's able to be bite-sized enough. They're about 5 to 10 minutes long that it doesn't feel super daunting. So we listen to our training videos. We make 2 to 3 pieces of content a day and we go live. And if you're not comfortable doing that in the beginning, a lot of people have made money without ever going live. I made sales before I was able to go live. It's a nice thing, but it's not for everyone, right? And another thing, you don't have to do this on TikTok. We've made sales on Facebook, on Instagram, on Lemon, on YouTube, on Pinterest, right? It is not limited just to TikTok. So the rest of any of that 2 hours is just responding to emails like Bethany talked about. When people ask you for information, they give you their email. Your system is the one that's doing, I call it the heavy lifting. Your system is the one that's sending them the information out. You set that up one time. There's tons of tech support. And then if they have questions, they respond to an email and you chat back and forth by email. Okay. And then any extra time that you have is just listening to more training in the community. So you guys, I literally have worked riding horses in the mountains of Malibu. I have worked poolside at a resort on vacation. I have worked at the beach, right? Because it's that simple to pull my phone out and make a 10-second video. That's one of my pieces of content for the day. And then I put my phone away and that piece of content is working for me. So it's those income earning activities that are always working for us. And that's what gives me the peace of mind. Like if I live out in the boonies, right? Like if we go down the dirt road where I don't have self-service because we're going to the swimming hole for the day, my business is still working. My content is still working. My emails are still converting. When we get back into service, I can check my phone and often I've made a sale while I'm at the swimming hole with my kids. And that's like the beauty of it. So if you guys know how, if you don't know how to raise your hand to unmute and ask questions, you can just leave it in the comments, but I think it's the reaction button. Yeah, if you click on the button on the bottom of your screen that says reactions, there will be something that says raise hand. You can raise your hand and we can answer questions, or you can type your questions in the comments too.
Charlotte, don't know where to start. Charlotte, you purchased how many days ago? So that's something that you and I can talk about. For those of you like Charlotte's already purchased, we have a module called Launch to Profit in 7 days that will show you what to do and what to post for the first 7 days, and it'll walk you through that. So I have a screen recording that I'm going to send her that's going to show her where to find that. And plus, if she can't find it, then I'll show her. I love that because for me, I bought 5 courses and nobody even ever one time responded to my emails. I was stuck. I was buying these, like one of them was $800 or something, and nobody even told me what to do. I had no help, no help. Is there 2 Charlottes? Charlotte Taylor? I might have got you guys confused.
All right, do you guys have any questions? What questions do you guys have? Somebody said, what's the next step? So the next step at this point is to get back with, if you guys don't have any questions, that's cool, that's great. But the next step would be to get back with whoever invited you to this webinar, right? Whoever it was, whether it was me, Jess, Bethany, or somebody else that gave you this invite. I know we had a lot of people sending peeps in tonight that had questions and wanted the info. So get back with them. What you're going to do next is you're going to pick your program. There's 4 different levels of this. You're going to pick the one that is the best fit for you. We have a $100, a $300, a $600, and a $900 level. You do not have to pay that full amount all at once in order to get started. Okay, we have payment plans that break it up super simple. I had a girl, I think she's on here tonight. She is, I see her pretty face. She got started on New Year's Eve. I'm going to tell your story, girl. She got started on New Year's Eve, and she used a payment plan, okay? Didn't have the money to fork over the $900 all at once. Single mom, killing it, all right? Within 10 days, she made her first $900 sale and paid off her payment plans, right? But her first payment was either $58. I don't know which payment plan she used. It was either $58 or $78 a month, okay? Most of us can find that. Y'all, this is embarrassing, but I probably spend like double that, double $58 a month in like what Jess said on streaming services, right? The Netflix, the Hulu, my drive-through coffee, right? And those don't do anything to better my life, right? I mean, coffee does, let's be real. But why not invest in yourself in something that can like turn your life around, like give their kids their mom back, pay off that $30,000 worth of credit card debt. And that's exactly now to this point, she's been doing it a little over a month now, right? And she's made multiple sales. So you can start with that payment plan, right? We're doing something special for you tonight. After you get your program, if you come in at, I call it the Big Daddy, at this $900 level, the legacy level, that gives you the resale rights for all 4 levels. So you are then able to create content, promote, and profit off of all 4 of these done for you digital products that are teaching other people the skills, right? There's so many people out there that are wanting to learn these skills. Now you get to be the one that has the product that they need to learn these skills, okay? So you get that whether you paid in full or you use the installments. If you get started tonight, we are covering your admin fee. That's a one-time fee. It's a $29 admin fee, and we're going to cover that for you. We reimburse you for that. Okay, Jess, you got something?
Nope.
Okay. So get back with the person that invited you.
Kelsey had a question. She was a little bit late. Where did it go? It went away. So there's 4 different courses with a Legacy Builder program, a 100, a 300, a 600, and 900. When you purchase, like Ashley said, the Big Daddy, your website has 4 courses on it. You get 4 streams of income. Put a 4 in the comments. You didn't make the course. You don't make your website. You're not making the training videos. You get the resale rights to resell those programs. And then when if Abigail purchases from me tonight, I make $900. I never make money from Abigail again. Abigail purchased her own business. She's doing TikTok Shop right now, which is wonderful. People make lots of money with TikTok Shop. But the difference is she makes a percentage. So if I bought this lotion from Abigail, I'd make $3 maybe, right, Abigail, if you had this on your TikTok Shop? But if Abigail puts a digital course in her website, she makes $100, $300, $600, or $900 from one person. She's not making $3 off a lotion. She gets all 4 of those products on her website, and we're going to teach her how to make videos. We're going to teach her what to say. She gets the resale rights to those. There's trainings. All the things we talked about becomes yours. And then you get to resell that to other people. And Abigail starts her own business where she makes 100% profit. And let me back up for a second. Somebody asked about a full-time job. I did this alongside of a full-time job and homeschooling my daughter. In November, I quit my job. I didn't want to quit my job. I wasn't planning on it. I was kind of forced to quit because of my health. That's a whole different story. But I had a plan B, and I had a way to make money online. I was already doing this. But you can do this alone. I mean, if you're sitting in the car or on the toilet or on the couch watching reels, you can do what we do. My friend Wendy lives in Canada. She's 56. She made $500,000 in 8 months. She didn't go live one time. She made videos, 3 videos a day on TikTok, $500,000. She did not post on Facebook, TikTok only, $500,000 in 8 months, 56 years old. So I say all that to say, You can do this because 90% of us are addicted to our phone, right? We're on our phone all the time. It's in our hands, it's in our pocket, it goes to every room in the house that we go. If you are carrying your phone around, spending time on it, you could make money. Right?
Lauren wants to know, Lauren said, does someone make our website with the $900? The website, whichever level you purchase, is like 90% done for you, which thank the good Lord, because I am not good at tech. So like all of the coding and that complicated, confusing stuff is done for you. There's a couple spots where you're going to have to, what I call, connect the dots. And I encourage you to try it because it's going to make it smoother for you. But if you want help and you want that set up, we do have people that can set that up for you that are approved in tech support. And they're quick, but that's not included in your purchase of the program. Okay. So, the couple things you're gonna have to do, like your website, like you can add pictures of yourself. You're gonna add your own payment buttons. You get to choose your domain. You get to choose what you want people to type in when they're searching for your website. And there's videos, seriously, videos that are, again, short and bite-sized that can walk you through this. So you'll watch the video, pause the video, open another tab, implement it in the other tab. And if you get stuck, then reach out in the community, reach out to us, reach out to the tech support. But it is, I'm not kidding you guys. Like when it comes to tech, if I can do it, you can do it.
On another note, I didn't even try, and I sat on this for 3-4 months because of the tech. And then eventually my husband's like, didn't you pay a bunch of money for some digital course? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, are you going to do anything with it? So I just went, I made an investment. I gave somebody and sat on them and the phone with them, and they did it for me. And I did it 15 months ago. It's not a website. It's not a tech thing you set up. You make videos, people put their email. I mean, how many of you got in my email system today? Put a 1 in the comments. That's what Bethany was talking about, the automations. That's what you set up in the beginning. You don't have to keep touching it. You just start, like, once you put your email in there, you guys are going to get an email from me. That's what we're going to teach you to drive people to your funnel, to attract people to your website, to attract people to your content. Like, oh, I want to know what she's doing. I'm going to give her my email. And then, you know what's beautiful? How many of you have ever sold a product where you had to bug somebody to, like, set up a Facebook group, or, hey, will you do a party for me? I haven't heard the word no in 15 months. People can unsubscribe. I have no idea if they're unsubscribing, and they're not, like, leaving me on red on Facebook. That stuff used to happen to me all the time. All the time. I'm looking at questions. Ashley, if you see any that you want to answer.
Zoom user said, did that answer your question? Zoom user said, is that Kelsey maybe? What are the digital products that are already made for you to sell? Did that get explained, or are you confused on that still?
Yes.
Okay. Yes and yes. Cool. Okay, good.
If anybody wants to come off mute and ask a question, you are more than welcome. This is not, you don't have to show your camera if you want to ask a question and you can't type it.
I think there is 2 Kelseys. Yeah. One's showing up as a Kelsey and one's showing up as a Zoom user. So, but Kelsey, the other one said it explained it. So good. Is there any guarantee? Nope. Here's what I'm going to say. I want to tell you something is I truly, from like the bottom of my heart, believe that anybody can be successful doing this. I will tell you right now, not everybody will be. It takes being coachable and it takes being consistent. You have some really amazing people that have invited you to this Zoom. No matter who it is, I know that they're coachable because they're doing the steps that it takes. All right. And being consistent, you guys, I want to tell you really quick. We didn't get him on here on tonight's to talk, but Tim's story is incredible. Tim's a dad. He's a grandpa. He lives in California. And he has made multi-6 figures doing this. And I want to tell you something really cool. The first 3 months that he did this, he had 0 sales. A lot of people, myself included, because this is just how I am, I probably would have quit by then. And he stayed consistent. And what happened is after those 3 months, he started like plugging in. That's what we call it. actually hopping into the training Zooms in the community, raising his hand on the Zooms just like this, and asking the questions. And he had a shift, a pivot happened in his content. And within the next 9 months, from the first 3 months of making $0, over the next 9 months, he made $100,000. He hit his first 6 figures in 9 months, which is incredible, amazing. So it is truly important to be consistent and coachable. And if you know what your why is, why you want this, you want more time with those babies, you want more time with those grandbabies, you want to pay off debt, you're tired of being broke, whatever that why is, as long as that is bigger than your fears, bigger than your hesitations, and big enough to keep you coachable and consistent, and you keep going, I truly believe it's a matter of time. Because if this is what you want, this is the education that you want. The skills that you learn from this are going to be like lifelong skills that you can use in so many different areas.
Good. Somebody asked about what's the difference between the 1, 3, and 6, 1, 3, 6, and 9. So the level that you come in at is the level that you can resell. So like if you came in at the $300 level, your website would only have the 100 and the 300. You can upgrade. You pay your $29 website, you get another website every time you upgrade. You can start small and upgrade later. Lots of people do that. For me, I didn't want to have to keep doing my website. I didn't want to have to like redo my emails to say make $300. I wanted it to all say like $900. So Ashley said the Big Daddy, that's what I'm going to start calling it. I wanted all the training. The Legacy Builder program has private Zooms on Tuesdays. We talk about teaching you how to make $900, and there's just more in there.
I think of it as kind of like college, right? I was in healthcare. Do I have any healthcare peeps in the comments? So I think of it as like you go to school, you can get your CNA, and that's going to pay like whatever, $15 an hour. Then you can get your LPN, that's going to pay $30 an hour. Then you can get your RN, that's going to pay $45 an hour. And then you can go and be a doctor, and that's going to pay the big bucks, right? So depending on, for me, right, you're also, in addition to getting those resale rights for the higher products, you're going to get more coaching, training, education. I needed that. I was brand new to this. I was like, if I'm going to put my time and effort and energy into something, I need someone to teach me how to actually do it well, because I don't want to be wasting my time. Like that was the biggest thing for me. So you're also, whichever level you get it in at, the higher the level, the more the education, the more coaching, the more opportunities to be mentored, which is important to me too.
That's good. Kelsey asked about MLMs. So that's really good because I've done MLMs forever. And I was always somebody's upline, and I always had a downline. So every time I made a sale, somebody above me made money. And then every time somebody on my team made a sale, I made 7% of their income. There's a stink bug in my room. That's an MLM. So Kelsey, if you purchase, it becomes your business, just like I was talking about Abigail. When you purchase this business, I make money from you one time, unless you upgrade. You know, like if you did a 100 and then you wanted to upgrade, you could upgrade with me and only pay the difference. But if you come in today at the $900 level, I would never make money from you again. You get those 4 courses. They become all 4 yours. I don't make any money from you again. Neither does anybody inside the community. It's your business. You got the resale rights to it. You get to go resell it. It becomes yours. And then Abigail or Kelsey goes and makes a sale and you make $900. I mean, what would you do if you woke up and your phone said, congratulations, you made $900? Because that's what happens. Which is insane to me because, like I said, I used to spend hours in conversation with little old ladies that needed to lose 5 pounds, and they would buy a $100 product from me and I would make $7 and I was doing good. You know, this is completely different than anything that we've seen. Oh, lots of questions. Ashley,
Bethany says, I want it all. Now I have to convince my husband. I want to tell you guys something. When I told my husband about this, he straight up laughed at me. He was at work and I was like, hey, I want to do this. And by the way, and y'all, my husband doesn't like mess with the finances. He makes the paycheck and puts it in the bank and that's about it. He doesn't pay the bills, none of it. He just lets me handle it all. So he's like, do we even have the money for that? And I was like, yeah, we do. But it straight up drained our savings. I didn't know about the payment plan, so I drained our savings account to do this. But I told him about it, and he's like, you want to do what? And he's like, Ashley, you're crazy. He's like, that sounds like a scam. That sounds too good to be true. There's no way. And I was like, I know, like, it sounds amazing, but bottom line is, like, I will never forgive myself if there's something that is actually just this simple, and I was just too scared to look. And by me being scared, I continued to miss the birthdays, the doctor appointments, the field trips, the Christmases, all of the first, my son's first steps, right? I have to look into this. Like, I will not forgive myself if I don't. And he thought I was crazy. He was at work, he was texting. And then about an hour later, he came back and he's like, you know what? Like, if you believe in this, I believe in you. We've spent some money on some stupid stuff in our life. We've gone to a casino and blown hundreds of dollars and walked away with nothing. We don't drink anymore, but we used to, go to the bar and spend a bunch of money and walk out with nothing but a headache, right? Like, and that did not serve our life. And so he's like, if you believe in this, I believe in you, do it. And y'all, he'll even tell you, my husband's doing it now, by the way, y'all, he made $1,000 in his first week of doing it. But he still, even after giving me his blessing, right, the go ahead, he still didn't think I was going to. He said when I texted him and told him that I made my first payment back, he's like, phew, now we're at least in the clear, like we broke even. So if nothing else comes of this, he had no idea, right? I don't think any of us truly like knew the potential. When I started this, my pipe dream, right, it felt crazy, but I wanted to make an extra $600 a month. If I could make an extra $600 a month, that was going to pay my car payment and my daughter's school tuition. And here I am now, you guys, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 months, and my mind is blown. So you got to believe in yourself. Like, I know it's scary getting out of that comfort zone, but a lot of times that comfort zone really isn't comfortable, right? Like, think about that. What is scarier, staying stuck or taking a step to learn a new skill?
That's good. Staying where you're at. For me, I was stuck, covered in credit card debt, and I saw this as something different, and I knew I had to get out of there. I was tired. I was tired of putting groceries on a credit card. I needed out of the hole. And if you don't make a change and nothing changes, then nothing's going to change, and we're just going to run the whole, we're going to run the hamster wheel over and over and over. We don't want a lot of work, right? I just want a different life. I don't want more work. I don't want more work. I just want a different life. All right. Now listen, today, if you guys want to purchase today, we would love to pay your $29 fee. It's a one-time fee. If you do the Legacy Builder, you don't ever have to pay that again. And I would like to reward you for being on here for an hour. Ashley, Beth, and I are going to pay your $29 fee. So you could literally do Klarna and get started today for $58. If you have questions, email me, private message me. Same with Bethany and Ashley.
Or whoever invited you, because we had other peeps inviting people too. So whoever invited you, get back with them.
And Abigail's ready. All right, Abigail, send me an email. I'll send you my website. Because I think we just met on TikTok, like half an hour ago? I love it. And I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I'm not going to promise you that if you come here, you're going to make a crap ton of money right away. But like Bethany said, if you're coachable and you're willing to learn something new, the people that I've seen fail are the people that give up. And the people that succeed are the people that stick with it. Sound good? All right. If you're ready, today's the day. Today's the day we'll pay your admin fee. So I'll want a message from you when we get done. Okay?